Okay. Number one, critical first step to executing well is creating and maintaining a compelling vision of the future. The critical first step to executing well is creating and maintaining a compelling vision of the future. I have 5 major points for you today. That's number one. The first step to executing well is creating and maintaining a compelling vision of the future. Number 2, align your short-term goals and plans with that long-term vision. Align your short-term goals and plans with that long-term vision. Number 3, begin your life vision first. As in, before you create a vision for your business, focus on creating a vision for your life. I'm talking long-term. What does your life look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? And you can just keep going on from there. Not what does it look like a year from now? What does it look like long-term? Begin with your life vision first, what you want your life to look like in the future. All right, number 4, the next step is to create your vision for your business in order to align and enable your personal vision. The next step is to create your vision for your business in order to align with and enable your personal vision. In other words, your personal vision. What does your life look like 5, 10, 20 years from now? And what is it going to take to fund that life? Now, align your vision for your business in order to fund that life. One of the things you learn in Keller Williams University, one of the classes that we teach is the purpose of business is to fund your perfect life. I was having a conversation with Beverly Shanahan this morning. Her daughter is graduating high school, going to college on a full ride scholarship, and graduation is this Saturday, right? And it's at Nova Southeast. Lacey also had her graduation there. And I said, oh boy, it's kind of crazy there. Get there early if you want to take pictures. So she's telling me that she hired a bus to take her and her family to the graduation so that they don't have to park. And of course, this is going to cost money. And she was kind of feeling guilty about this. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. You are a very hard-working, successful real estate agent. This is a perk of being a successful real estate agent. And the purpose of business is to fund your perfect life. Don't feel guilty about the money that you're spending. Be grateful that you can do it. All right, number 4, the next step is to create your vision for your business in order to, I already said that. Number 5, your future vision must be more powerful than your current reality. Your future vision must be more powerful than your current reality. If you are going to reach the next level, you will need to move through fear, uncertainty, and discomfort. It is your personal vision that keeps you in the game when things get difficult. It's that personal vision that keeps you going when you don't want to keep going. It's that personal vision that causes you to go out and knock on doors when you don't want to go out and knock on doors, especially when it gets hot in South Florida. You're sweating, it's not fun, and that drunk monkey inside of your head is telling you, this doesn't work anyways. Why are you doing this? Besides, you're hot. Go sit in your car where it's nice and cool. Go home and just go float in the pool for a while. It's what you should do, because this isn't going to work anyways. And you're like, no. That personal vision is so powerful that it will not allow me to ever stop. It's interesting. Most people don't take the time to create that vision for the future, if they set goals, and by the way, most people don't set goals. And then most people, even the people who set goals, very few write them down. And then the people who write them down, very few actually look at them every day. But if they do, let's talk about the few that do. The farthest out they look is maybe a year. And I'm talking about creating a powerful vision for your life 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Why is always more powerful than the what, right? I could set a goal that I want to buy a beautiful waterfront home. Okay, that's cool. That's the what. Why? Why do I want to do that? That's where the power is. Now, if I can't connect to that why, then I'm not going to keep going when things get tough. Now, how does this apply to the 12-week year? Well, if you go to page 17 and we're on the emotional connection at the bottom of the page, the author says, without a compelling reason to choose otherwise, most people will take comfortable actions over uncomfortable actions. Most people, your why is more important than the what. Dropping down 4 lines, he goes on to say, the secret to living your life to its potential is to value the important stuff above your own comfort. To value that vision that you have for the future more than you value your own comfort. Therefore, the critical first step to executing well is creating and maintaining a compelling vision of the future that you want even more than you desire your own short-term comfort, and then aligning your short-term goals and plans with your long. Okay, now it's just going to get hard. Yeah, thank you, Justin. Then your long-term vision. Think about what you truly want to achieve. What legacy do you want to create? What do you want for yourself and your family? What do you want spiritually? What level of security do you seek? What level of income and fulfillment do you want for your career? What interests do you wish you could pursue? What do you really want to do with the time you have been allotted? That's an interesting statement. You know, Ashley, I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and I was talking to Perry's wife. Most of you know, Perry lost his battle with cancer April 5th. And when I read what do you really want to do with the time you have been allotted? One of the questions that I ask myself is, how much time do I have? How do I know? Right? You know, and I spent a lot of time with Perry in the last year of his life. I mean, we talked daily, and I was visiting with him at least monthly. And right up until a couple of weeks before he passed away, we were still talking about what we were going to do a year from now, what we were going to do 2 years from now, what we were going to do 3 years from now. And his plan, his mindset was not time is running out. His mindset was, I have lots of time. How do you know? Right? And, you know, the older I get, the more I look at this different than I did when I was younger, right? When I talk about that big vision for the future, that personal vision that keeps me going, that's powerful, that's not going to allow me to stop when things get uncomfortable. It, for me, at 59 years old, right? And do I have another 10 years left? I don't know. Do I have another 20 years left? I hope so. I don't know. And what am I going to be able to accomplish in that time? Well, it's less and less about a powerful personal vision around things. I mean, there are things that I think I'll probably never have that maybe were really important to me when I was younger, and maybe they're a little bit less important to me than they are today. And that powerful personal vision is more and more about the difference that I'm going to make in other people's lives. Maybe that powerful vision for me, and I'm just talking about me, guys. Everybody in the room has forever to live, so don't worry about it. Everybody on Zoom has forever to live, so don't worry about it. I'm just talking about me. Maybe that powerful vision lies somewhere out there beyond the point where my life ends. Maybe it's in the lives that are changed in people who have not even been born yet. Maybe. And how does that align with my business? Well, for me, that answer is easy. For me, and one of the reasons I chose to be a team leader is I have a job that gives me the opportunity to have an impact on hundreds of people every day. That keeps me going when things get tough. Do you think it's easy? Do you think that that I never have times where I think about, it's hot. I want to get into the air conditioning. All right. Being a team leader is hard. It's not comfortable, hot, uncomfortable, hard, not comfortable. I want to get to easy. I don't know, but I'll never stop because it's too powerful. There is no amount of pain that will make me stop because it's too powerful. Michael Topo, talk to me, please. Your hand is up.
Good morning, team. Good morning, John. Thank you. I think of a couple of things, and you've said this thousands of times, and you always say that you're standing on the shoulders of giants, right?
Yep.
And I think about everything that you have taught me personally and the wisdom and the knowledge, not just in real estate, but in being a man, being a servant of God, right? And you're right, you're affecting generations to come, right? You're a blessing for, the generations to come after us, right? Because we're instilling these messages, these lessons to other real estate agents. We're instilling them to our family. We're instilling them, to our children, and your message will live on. So thank you again, John.
Michael, I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. I want you, and I know it's hard to hear, Ashley. I'm sorry. You're in the back of the room. Trust me, that noise out there, it's necessary. Otherwise, it's going to get over 80 degrees in here again. So you can move up. We have chairs up here. Please do. Clarissa is one of the nicest people in the building. Come sit next to Clarissa, okay? I want you guys to really, really focus on what does this message mean to you. I love and appreciate that Michael's sharing gratitude with me, and he had very kind things to say. And thank you for that, Michael. And what I want you to do is I want you to do the exercise that I asked you to do. I want you to go back to the 5 points that I shared with you when we started. And I want you to take the time, get into your journal, and actually create a powerful vision, starting with your personal life first. What does that look like for you? And then I want you to look at that and ask, okay, what is it going to take in order for me to live this life? In other words, how much money do I need in order to fund my perfect life? Then I want you to create a powerful vision around your business for the future that's going to keep you going when things get hard, right? Clarissa, talk to me.
Okay, so.
Can I interrupt you for a moment? Because I found what I was looking for. I don't know if you can see that. There, okay? It's a mind map. It looks kind of like it's just total mess, right? However, this is my mind map for the future. This is my personal big vision that keeps me going when things get tough. Now, this is the wallpaper on my iPad. It's the wallpaper on my laptop. I look at this every day, a couple times a day. I want you to do something similar for you. Okay. It doesn't have to be a crazy drawing like that, but spend some time and get connected to a powerful personal future. All right, Clarissa, talk to me.
So I'm gonna jump on the Michael Topo bus. Go over Mike. So you said this is not the first time you said this. And what, I've been in office full time since July 2020. Again, I guess it's that old saying, the teacher shows up when the student is ready. And today is it. So Desiree, I'm gonna take you off the hook because the message wasn't just for you. It hit me all of a sudden because I got a lot going on. But one of the things that I wanted to do is, with all the kids that I have, I want to make sure that they're homeowners. And I'm in a situation where Paige, I haven't shared this, but my daughter Paige, who's in South Carolina, she's about to close on a condo. And, I've helped her here and there because I've learned the process through doing the process. And she had a hefty down payment, but she needed more. So I'm happy to be in a position where I can write my daughter a check to be able to make sure that she will have enough at closing. It's one of my goals. And when you started talking about this morning, it's like, you never look at your goals daily. You have them written out. This is probably the piece that I'm missing. And it's so critical. So I just sketched some stuff out and I'm sitting here having a moment where it's all coming together. Yesterday with the door knocking, I understand now my dream has to be big enough so that when I almost sat in the van yesterday and just sat there waiting for Madison to get out of practice, I said, no, I put it in my calendar. I'm going to get off my ass and I'm going to drive down there and I'm going to do it. And I did it. And I realized so much that's probably going to fuel and empower me to do more so that I can do the activities that I need to do to fund the life that I have and want for me and my children. So thank you, John. You are absolutely, and maybe I just needed an IEP. When I met with you years ago, in 2019, maybe I should have told you I need an IEP. You need to, I need an individualized learning plan because I'm not gonna get it the first few times. I'm not gonna get it the first few times. So yeah, thank you.
Well,
you were absolutely a phenomenal coach.
Well, first of all, you're welcome. Thank you for sharing gratitude. And no, you don't need an IEP. Everyone.
It's a 504.
I
need some special.
Everyone is like you. Everyone is like you. All right. I'm telling you, there is nobody that is perfect on this, including me, by the way. okay? Everyone is like you. Ashley, is your hand up?
No.
Okay, couldn't tell. It was kind of half up or just kind of hanging out there. I was really hoping it was up because I wanted to talk to you. I'm proud of you, Clarissa. Thank you. Becky, talk to us.
Clarissa, I just want to say you are so impressive as a mother. I have not met your other children, but I have a fondness for your son, Aaron. You have done an incredible job as a mother. And I can just tell you what you do with you setting your mind to anything, you're going to be just unreal. I mean, it really, you are just incredible. And I just wanted to say that. And then I also wanted to just share really quick, going back to what you said, John, about time. I mean, time is the most valuable thing. This was my aha. Time is the most valuable thing we have. How we spend it matters. And it determines what our life will be. So just don't waste your time waiting for the right time, because we're always waiting for that right time to do whatever we need to do. So, just do it. Bottom line is tomorrow is never promised.
Good stuff. All right, we're going to wrap this up. It is Wednesday, which means we're going to break, survive to thrive, and set up the room for a team meeting. It's team meeting day in Coral Springs. If you're on Zoom and you're not here, please come to the team meeting. We hope to see you. It's not the same without you. Megan, I agree. What you focus on expands 100%. Absolutely. Desiree.
Yes.
Was today's message in line with the conversation we had, right? Yeah. And my question that I asked at the beginning is if you're not giving it 100%, why? Why aren't you? And the answer that I think I shared with you today from our notes is if you're not, it's because your vision is not clear. And don't take that personally. I don't want you to feel like I'm signaling you out, because you're a lot like a lot of people. They have very cloudy vision. And the traveler's gift and The Noticer by Andy Andrews. Jones approaches Andy Andrews when Andy was a young man, homeless, living under a pier. And he approached him, and the first thing he said to him was, "Come into the light." And that had nothing to do with coming out of the darkness from under the pier out into the beach where there were lights shining down. It had nothing to do with coming out into the physical light. It was, your vision is cloudy. Your perception is extremely cloudy. You're a lot like everybody else. If you're lacking passion, you're not lacking passion, you're lacking vision. Passion comes from vision, right? One of the ways people describe me when they describe me, one of the good ways anyways, because there's a lot of bad too. One of the good ways they describe me is passionate. Well, if that's true, and I don't know if it is, but if it's true, if I'm somebody who has lots of passion, it's because I am crystal clear on my vision. The very first day that I was a team leader in Keller Williams Coral Springs back in 2015, the very first thing I did was to walk into this room, standing right here, and I drew a line. And I said, here's where we're at. Here's our destination. And we are on a journey with a destination that is assured. In other words, this is not a goal. This is not who we want to be, where we want to be. This is an absolute fact that we will be here. Vision. Yes? Vision. And I went on to share that if you were to look at life the way God looks at life, and you were up here 30,000 feet in the air, if you had the ability to see time the way God sees time, omnipresent, omnipotent, everywhere, all the time, the same yesterday, today, and forever, Alpha and Omega, beginning and end. The way you're looking at time is everything exists at the same time, all the time. In other words, God was here. He's also here at the same time. Meaning for him, this has already happened. We're already there. When Lacey was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma back in 2015, I had exactly the same conversation with her. I said, first of all, Lacey, she was 13 years old. I said, sweetheart, I promise you, God was not looking down and thinking, gee whiz, I didn't know that was going to happen. That's a shock. He was there before you were diagnosed. He was there. He was there before you were diagnosed. Now, the day that you are declared cancer-free, the hospital is telling you, it's going to be 52 weeks from now, because that's the fight. You have 52 weeks of chemotherapy. That's the fight. The hospital is telling you it's 52 weeks from now. Not for God. For him, it's right now. Everywhere at the same time. He's at the finish line already. He's just waiting for you to show up, but he's already there. To him, you've already beat cancer. Now you just have to finish the journey. That's vision. Where does my passion come from? It comes from vision. And Desiree, if you don't know why you're not giving your job or anything else, right? If you don't know why you're not giving it everything you've got, it's not that you lack passion, it's that you lack vision. Find your vision. Find your vision, you'll find your passion. Find your passion, and you'll never have to check again and ask, why am I not giving this everything I've got? All right, I hope today was good. I hope you got value. By the way, that counts as church, so you don't have to go to church on Sunday. Donations can be left in the back. And please understand that I am very, very sarcastic, and I'm 100% kidding. Go to church. It's important, right? Okay. All right. Love you guys. Make it a great day.
Thank you.